Finding that perfect tactic on FM24 since the update has been difficult. Well, there isn't really the tactic out there that's just going to give you that solidarity that everybody's craving, but have I found a tactic that is dynamic, fun, and something you can build around? Now, this tactic here is a 4-1-2-1-2, and it is based off AC Milan, and I'm talking the glory days of AC Milan, early 2000, Ancelotti leading the likes of Kaká, Cafu, Crespo, Shevchenko, all these players, like the list goes on, your Pirlos, Maldinis, just pure class. It's not simply just that, but it gives you results to that level. Now, I'm going to explain it all to you. I'm going to run through it because it's modernized as well. This tactic is very fun. Lock in, goals are coming, and you still get that defensive solidarity. Now, get ready for this. So here I am, manager of AC Milan, and I'm left with the idea of what to do with the squad. And I decided I'm going to go with the 4-1-2-1-2. Now, the thing about this was, all I wanted was a load of green, the occasional yellow, and as little red as possible. You already know that's what you're looking for. That's why you're watching the video. So let me explain how I got it. Now, let me show you the data side of it as well. It's always the best place to start. And when you do see the data of it, you see that I was averaging 3.37 goals a game and only 16 shots on average as well. You've got to realize this isn't a dominant tactic. This is when I told you there is a lot that goes into building this. You need to build the team. This is just a starting block for you, but it kind of floods so many areas. You'll get some lovely little goals where you just feel like you're constantly throwing people into the box. Your width is still there whilst also being able to be compact in the middle. It's not necessarily perfect defensively, which you can see on the defensive side, 1.11, obviously because we're scoring so many goals, but both of these sides I believe you can tighten up a lot if you really max out the squad. I might do one before and later on, where I really do max it out and see what I can get out of this, but to start with, that was just absolutely perfect for me. And obviously defensively, in terms of clean sheets, most clean sheets, absolutely flying out there with that. And then obviously you've got your general performance of stuff here as well. Now, the only other thing I really want to show you is when you look at the stats, it's kind of ridiculous. And that ridiculous part is how you look at the fullbacks or wingbacks in this scenario, where you have it at 24 and 26 assists. Obviously, you get tripping in with goals, 7 goals, 18 assists. A lot of them did come from penalties. I meant 18 goals, sorry. He is my penalty taker a lot of the time, so he was that. Midfield, just still getting assists out here as well. Still scattered around and still adding goals from here. Then obviously up front, you just look at that partnership up there. You can't really ask for much more from your attacking three. Obviously 14 and 6 from the cam, but obviously 37 and 39 with 15 and 8 apiece there as well. That is a ridiculous output, along with a bench striker as well of 20 and 3. I couldn't ask for more when it comes to this team, and you can obviously see it on the screen now as well. So many goals, and it just felt endless. It just felt like you're always going to get a goal, and it was one of the most enjoyable tactics to build around. But with that being said, I'm going to show you the tactic and a slight modification to the tactic to use in certain scenarios where maybe your fullbacks aren't as complete all and out like I had here with Walker and Hernandez. So let me show you the tactic. Also, before I show you the tactic, it's best to show you the results. We did win the league. Only your 5 losses there as well. It wasn't perfect, as I said. We did lose to Liverpool, and we obviously were runners up there as well. It's hard to find that perfect tactic now, but obviously let me show you the actual tactic itself, which is this beauty here, which I guess people would call it a 2-3-2-1-2 because you have to really announce everything now, but to me it is that 4-1-2-1-2. Very easy, very simple. This is just a simple thing of beauty. Keeper, sweeper keeper and attack, both ball playing defenders on defense. You want both sides wing back on attack. You want a deep line playmaker here, or you can run a defensive midfielder, but I had Pirlo in my head pulling the strings from deep. Again, not the perfect person to do that, so again, I told you can max this out so much better. 2 box-to-box midfielders, they're just going to be up and down and getting into these areas for you and really pushing on, adding the extra man into the box. Advanced playmaker, in here on support, pressing forward on attack, and advance forward here as well. It's pretty easy, pretty basic for you. There isn't actually any real instructions on the players. They kind of just all do what they do. You can maybe add a couple things if you're finding that the players just quite aren't up to scratch and try to tweak them a bit. But I found this was perfect. I have it on attacking, in possession. This is what I have. So fairly wide, just one tick up. I want to pass into space, work the ball into the box and low crosses. Just a standard pass. You can have short and drop the tempo slightly if you are trying to keep the ball a lot more in games, but I tend to find this is the best way to start, but it's slightly higher. And then transition, counter press, counter, kind of distribute out here and also take shorter kicks. And then out of possession, you want the line as high as it can go. The line of engagement as high as you can go for your press, but you want one tick down just on higher for your defensive line. Press all out here as well, your trigger, and also prevent, and of course get stuck in. You want to absolutely clamp people and rattle them, and that's the main part of that tactic. As I said, I will explain to you how I came across it. Just a squad, there wasn't enough people in there, so I just got a couple cheap signings, couple loans in just to add depth to the midfield, and I went all out with this. Now these bomb on and absolutely commit. These will fly forward for you and give you width. Him in here will create almost like a back three effect, and these two will press, and you kind of win the ball back a lot. You don't really get caught out as much, but you do obviously leak a goal or so a game, so it's not always perfect. But you'll have games where you're playing a lesser team, you'll blitz through them and you'll absolutely run riot on them. So I stand by this tactic. Is great. It was really fun to use. Let me show you the other version of the tactic. And the other version of it is this. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Nothing wild about this, but you just change one of the centre backs to central defender and just defence. And I believe that is your only real change besides dropping these guys from here to here. Just move them back so you got the flat four. That will also give you a little bit more defensive solidarity. So if you're playing maybe a bigger game, switch to this. If you can get a goal early in the other tactic as well, you can switch to this and they'll still add for you. You'll still get plenty out of them. But that's the main tactic for me today. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it. I want you guys to try it out. If you do try it out, comment your thoughts down below. Let everybody see your thoughts. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you also want to see next. It's very easy, very simple. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.